Good morning and Jai Hind, my dear students. We started yesterday the revision series because your test is coming. So those who missed the first chapter and second chapter and third chapter, for them I only started this particular series. And in that only we completed the first chapter yesterday only. And in the similar way, the important points today also we will cover that. So without any delay, let's start the chapter. Chapter name is Forms of Business Organization. There are certain forms of business organization. It means there are certain types of business. We can go for different types. So we will discuss in this particular chapter different type of business organization. What thing is important, how the question will come, we will go and touch each and everything in a very simple way. Okay. So let's start the class. The first one is the forms of business organization is sole proprietorship. It is known as bacha sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship means sole means single. So it is a business which is controlled, managed and governed by a single person. That's why it is known as sole proprietorship. So if somebody asks you that which business is a single ownership, the sole proprietorship is a single ownership business. Okay. Acha, what are the why this particular business is very popular? Single ownership, single proprietorship, sole proprietorship business. Very simple. Because this business can start at any time. No so much legal formalities are there. No consent with other one is there. You can start whenever you want. Okay, that's why it is considered as a single ownership business. Okay, next point is that what are the features of single ownership? Quick. The single ownership formation and closure is very easy. You can form the business at any time and you can close your business at any time also. So there is a formation and closure is quite easy as compared to other one. So there is no legal formality to form, there is no legal formality to close. Whenever you want, you can form the business, you can close the business. This is the first feature of sole proprietorship. Second one is liability. Ab you remember beta, in sole proprietorship liability is unlimited. Ab what is the meaning of limited and unlimited? Dekho bacha, when it is a limited liability, then your personal property will not touch for any loss. But when it is unlimited liability, then your personal property will also touch for covering the business loss. Suppose you invested 2,000 rupees in business and the loss is 3,000. So this loss will first cover from your 2,000 rupees, and after that extra 1,000 will cover from your personal properties. Getting my point? Okay. Next one is sole risk bearer and profit reception. When in sole proprietorship, single person is there. Sole proprietorship, single person is there. So that single person will bear all losses also, and that single person will enjoy all profit also. So here risk and profit all is beared by one person. Next one is control. What is the meaning? Who will control the business? As we know that in single sole proprietorship, just one person is there. So that one person will run the business and that one person will control the business also. Getting my point? Great. No separate entity. It means sole proprietorship and business. Entity means identification. So in partnership, in sole proprietorship, there will be no separate identification of business and owner. Owner and business identifications are same. Okay. Lack of business continuity, that is a main disadvantage of sole proprietorship. Lack of business continuity. What is the meaning of lack of business continuity? Very simple. In this particular business, how many persons are there? One person. If one person died, then tight chalk gaya means business khatam. So in lack of business continuity, if in the sole proprietorship one person is there, and because of that one person, if one person died, any mishappening with that one person, business will not continue. That is what? That is a disadvantage of sole proprietorship. Getting my point? Chalo ji. Very good. Next one are merit. What are the merit? Simple. Quick decision making. A single person is taking all the decision, that's why decision will be taken quickly. Second, confidently of information. One person have to take all the decision, one person not have to share the decision with anyone. So decisions are more confidential as compared to any form of business organization. Next. Direct incentive. Bhai, you are doing business and you are the only one. So all the profit, who will receive? Only you. So incentive will be directly received to you. Okay, bacha? Accomplishment. Ab dekho, simple thing. You are knowing that you are the only person who have to control the business. So you will only control all the activities. And that sense you have, because you are knowing that for everything I'm only responsible. Okay, and the fifth one, it is very easy to format, and it is very easy to close. You don't have to follow so much formalities. Okay, whenever you want, you can close, you can start the business. Limited resources. As we are knowing that one person have to do all the things, one person have to do all the arranging all the finance also, bacha. So what happened generally, that your capital is very less, and because of that business is very small. Second one is limited life of business concern. As we know that it is lack of continuity. One person is handling the business. If anything happen, if any mishappening with that person business sole proprietorship will close. Unlimited liability. I told you that in the case of unlimited liability, what happened? Very simple. That in unlimited liability, bacha, limited liability is only business capital. Unlimited, your personal property can also touch. So in the sole proprietorship, if losses are not covered from the capital, it will cover from your personal property. And that is a limitation of sole proprietorship. Okay, limited manageability of one person have to manage everything, and you are knowing. Remember this line: if one person want to do everything, ultimately person is not doing anything. So because of this, the manager ability is not very good. Chalo ji, second one, joint Hindu family business. Very important. Look, joint Hindu family business is a family business. In family, one person who is the eldest one is there, and under the eldest one, his son will be there. Okay, his son will be there, and his son again family will be there. Okay, so joint Hindu family business is more than one person. It means at least two persons should be needed for joint Hindu family business, and that too should be from a same family. And this particular family business is governed and controlled by the eldest member of the family, and this eldest member is known as Karta. And this person is known as co-parsoner. चलो जी स्टार्ट करते हैं. The feature, the formation of joint Hindu family is also easy, but at least two members should be there, and that business should be governed by Hindu Succession Act 1956. Remember this one for MCQ. Hindu Succession Act 1956. Liability. Ab liability of Karta is unlimited. It means his personal property can also touch. But the member liabilities are limited. It means only their business share will touch for any losses. Control. Who control the business? as we know, always head of the family will control the business because the person one is the eldest one. Okay, continuity. So in this bacha, continuity is there. Suppose this person died. Okay, for any reason, this person died. So out of this one, who will be the eldest one? That person will become karta, and other person will remain as a co-parsoner. Okay. चलो जी नेक्स्ट माइनर मेंबर. देखो बच्चा, इट इज अ फैमिली बिजनेस, just a minute. It is a family business, so all family members will automatically become member. Even you take the birth in that family and you become a minor member. So minor member is who? Minor member whose age is less than 18. So minor can also be the member of the business once he person take the birth in the Hindu undivided family. Okay. अच्छा, merit. देखो बच्चा, effective control is there. Why the effective control? Because as we know, the eldest member will control the business, so karta will take all the decision, and because of that, the karta will take effectively control. Business will continue also. That is also the merit. That as we know that in this particular business, it is not sole proprietorship. That one person died and everything is finished. In this, if karta died, then next eldest member will become karta. Okay. And next one is limited liability of member. As we know that karta liability is unlimited, but co-personal liabilities are limited. They only have to share their business investment only, not their personal investment. And increased loyalty and cooperation, as everyone is a family member, so everyone is honest to each other and cooperating each other. So that is also the merit of joint Hindu family business. Limitation. Although one family money is invested, so the resource is very much limited. Although one family member money is invested, then also the resources are very limited. And the limitation number 2 is unlimited liability of karta. Unlimited liability of karta. Karta liabilities are unlimited, co-personal liability is limited. Unlimited liability means karta business property plus personal property, both can be covered for the losses. Dominance of karta. Bhai, karta is the leader one, head of the family. So karta is saying that whatever I want to do, I can do. Nobody will give the instruction to me because I am the eldest one. This type of dominance is there. Okay, and because of sometimes the conflicts is there. Conflicts between young generation and the older generation. Young generation and older generation. That conflict will be always there because of thinking. Limited managerial skill, as karta is not the expert in all area and karta age is also generally old, not updated as per the market situation. So managerial skill of karta is very limited. Okay. Now, like suppose anyone grandfather is handling all the business, but the grandfather is not knowing about the globalized market, not knowing about the computer updated technology. Sometimes it's happened, and it is what it is showing, the limited managerial skill. Okay. Chalo ji, next one. Partnership. Look, we are on the bullet. You knowing this particular chapter take 1 month to complete, but when you have a concept clear, you can, I'm just showing that how you can complete the topics within 10 minutes, within 5 minutes. But think कि once your concept is clear on that time of delivering the lectures. This is very important. Partnership. What thing is there in the partnership, sir? Do you know partner? Oh partner, that song. Remember? Salman Khan, Govinda. 2 persons are there, but that cannot be the partnership. Life partner, husband, wife, that cannot be the partnership in the business organization. What can be the partner? If 2 persons are more than 2, but less than 50. So what is the minimum one? Minimum should be 2 and maximum should be 50. So if minimum 2, maximum 50% join the business, doing the business together for the earning motive of profit, that will be considered as a partnership. And who is deciding the number? Who is deciding the number that minimum is 2, maximum is 50? Always remember, it is decided by Company Act 1956, revised in 2013. So you will write down in present scenario Company Act 2013. Okay. So Company Act 2013 is deciding the number of partners. That minimum is 2, maximum is 50. So features. Formation. That formation is very easy, and that registration is optional. That if you want, you can go for registration. If you do not want, you cannot go for registration. Okay. And when a legal agreements wherein the terms and conditions governing the relationship among the partnership sharing profit and losses and the manner is there when we go for legal registration. Liability is unlimited. Every partner liability is unlimited. Now, what is the meaning of unlimited liability? I already told you. Risk bearing, that is the factor which is not there in the sole proprietorship. Then in sole proprietorship, all the losses are beared by one person only. But in the partnership, the losses will be divided in all the partners, and that is called risk bearing. Okay, so whatever the losses are there, whatever the risks are there, that should not be burden for one employee. It will be divided. It will be governed by each and every person. Person is partner. Decision making and control. So decision making and control is a mutual decision. And control. Every person is taking the mutual decision, and every person is controlling the business. So activity of the partnership firm is managed by the joint effort of all the members. Continuity, yes, it have the continuity. Terms and condition, if it have more than 2 partners. Like suppose if one partner is there, 2 partners are doing the business. Okay, both are driving a car, and in car, suppose accident is there and this person finished. So this particular business will be from partnership to the sole proprietorship, because now one person is there. But suppose if 3 persons are there and the person is sitting at the back and this person accident has happened, still 2 person is there. So partnership will continue. It will not end up. Okay. Next, number of partners already we discussed. What is minimum 2 and maximum 50. It can be 100, but in present scenario it is maximum how much bacha? 50. Mutual agency means everyone is responsible for the act of the other partner. So it is a mutual agency. Every partner is representative and agent of the other partner. Merit. Still, the registration is optional. Because of that, it is easy to form it and easy to close. Balanced decision making. Balanced decision making means every decisions are taken with the consent of other partner, and mutually decisions are coming. That's why the decision is balanced one. More fund is needed. So in this, that if more fund is needed, so all the partners will contribute something, and fund amount will be very much as compared to the sole proprietorship and joined in the family business. Sharing of risk. If any losses are there, that loss will be also shared. Okay. And secrecy is there. How the secrecy is there when 55%, 50 persons are doing the business together? Actually, bacha, they don't have to give the information about their partnership accounts to public. Any outsider cannot know what is there in the partnership firm. What is the legal status? What are the documents of partnership firm is there? And because of that, only the secrecy level, the secret level is very much high in the partnership firm, because they don't have to publish their account and submit the report to anyone. Okay, limitation is there. Some limitation is there. Unlimited liability, as we know, what is the meaning of unlimited liability? Their personal property can also touch. So that is also the example of this. Limited resources, as few persons are there, so their capital sometime is less for expanding the business. Possibility of conflicts. अगर मान लो एक घड़े में दो चने हैं तो आवाज करेंगे तो सिमिलरली इन द पार्टनरशिप सपोज everyone is everyone is the owner, everyone is the what you can say, everyone the partner, so everyone having maybe the different opinions, so sometimes because of different opinions they have conflicts between them. Okay, lack of continuity. I told you, if two persons are doing the business and if one person died, this partnership will be over and it will convert to sole proprietorship. So what is the lack of continuity? Two persons are doing the business, one person died, so it will be transferred to the sole proprietorship. Okay. Lack of public confidence. When you are not giving any information to public, that what is your account, how you are doing, so public will not get the confidence on you because they are not knowing any information about you. They are not knowing any information about your account. So sometimes you face the difficulty because public is not having the confidence in you. Okay. Acha. Types of partners. So active partners, with the name itself, it is there, who take actively part in every decision. That particular partner is known as active partner. Sleeping partner, by the name itself you can understand. Sleeping, the person who contributed the capital, but the person is not taking actively part in day-to-day business activity, that is known as sleeping partner. Okay, next one is secret partner. A partner who is taking the decision also, a partner who invests the capital also, but it is unknown to public. It means, like suppose three partners are there, A, B, C, but B hide himself, and the publics are knowing that in this particular partnership only A and C are partners. So that is what? That is a secret partner. Nominal partner is one who allow the use of his/her name by a firm but does not contribute to its equity capital. कोई कैपिटल नहीं लगाएगा लेकिन अलाउ किया हुआ है कि भाई आप चलो मेरा नाम यूज कर लो, नो इश्यू. ओके. पार्टनर बाय स्टॉपल मीन्स, अब देखो पार्टनर बाय स्टॉपल मतलब बहुत सिंपल. A person is considered a partner by estoppel it through his/her own initiative, conductive or behavior, and the firm don't have any problem. Means suppose I am Mayank Mishra, I am telling to everyone कि भाई I am the partner of ABC Limited. I am the partner of ABC Limited. You are knowing that I am the partner of ABC Limited, and ABC Limited is not having objection on this also. So I am partner by estoppel. Ab what happened? Anything happened with the partnership, I will be also responsible if partnership firm get any benefit by using my name. मैं सबसे कहता फिर रहा हूं कि भाई मैं पार्टनर हूं फर्म में, लेकिन मैं हूं नहीं, बट मैं कह रहा हूं, और पार्टनरशिप फर्म ने कोई ऑब्जेक्शन नहीं किया. कल को पार्टनरशिप किसी से मेरा नाम यूज करते हुए लोन ले लेगी तो आई एम ऑल्सो रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दैट लोन, फॉर दैट थर्ड पार्टी. Okay, so partner by holding out means who thought is not a partner in a firm but knowing allow himself herself to be represented as a partner in a firm. कभी कभी बच्चा फर्म सबसे कहती है कि भाई ये अमिताभ बच्चन मेरे यहाँ पार्टनर हैं और अमिताभ बच्चन को कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, तो दैट इज व्हाट पार्टनर्स बाय होल्डिंग आउट. अच्छा, टाइप्स ऑफ पार्टनरशिप में, टाइप्स ऑफ पार्टनरशिप, देयर आर सर्टेन टाइप्स ऑफ पार्टनरशिप. पार्टनरशिप एट विल, भाई कुछ लोग हुए, एंड पार्टनरशिप एट विल मीन्स होता है कि बच्चा बाय योर विश यू फॉर्म अ पार्टनरशिप, एंड व्हेनेवर यू वांट टू रिटायर यू जस्ट गिव अ नोटिस टू एनीवन दैट ओके आई वांट टू रिटायर फ्रॉम द फर्म एंड यू कैन रिटायर फ्रॉम द पार्टनरशिप. दैट इज व्हाट पार्टनरशिप एट विल. नेक्स्ट वन इज पर्टिकुलर पार्टनरशिप. अब व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ पर्टिकुलर पार्टनरशिप? दैट यू फॉर्म अ पार्टनरशिप फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्टिव. पर्टिकुलर objective. So partnership at will and particular partnership, what is the difference? It is very simple. in particular partnership, in general partnership, what happened that people come and form a partnership by their wish, and they can leave the business whenever they want. But particular partnership is formed for an objective, like COVID-19 is there, and I make a partnership with any person to sell the sanitizers. I have 300 kilo sanitizers. 300 kilo means it is more than 300 liters. So I have 300 kilo sanitizers and I want to sell. So I make a partnership with you. Once my sanitizer is sold, our particular partnership will be over, and that is the meaning of particular partnership. Classification on the basis of liability. One is general partnership where the liabilities are unlimited. What is the meaning of unlimited? Limited several times I told you. Limited partnership where the liabilities are limited. Okay. अच्छा, next one is partnership deed. What is partnership deed? तो बच्चा, partnership deed is an agreement. You can say document in which every information about partnership firm is there. Like what is the name of partnership firm, who are the partners, what is the location of partnership firm, how much they contributed, how they will receive the salary, how much interest on capital they will receive, how much interest on drawing they will pay. Is each and every information about partners, about partnership firm, about how they will do the business, and all things are present in partnership deed. Okay. So partnership deed is basically when you have partnership deed, so the chances of disputes in the organization will be minimized. So partnership is that agreement and document which contain all the terms and condition and everything. Okay, bacha? Just a minute. Like what are the agreement? Like name of firm, nature of business, duration of business, investment made. These all are the terms and conditions which is present in partnership. Next one is registration. Now, what is the registration? Is registration of partnership firm is compulsory? It is optional one. That you have to see. Like registration of a partnership firm means the entering of the firm's name along with the relevant prescribed particular. But the main thing is what? That registration of firm is optional. If you want, then you can go for registration. Otherwise, if you do not want, you cannot go for registration. Okay. And the thing is what? That if you not register the firm properly, then what will happen? Simple. The partners cannot file the case against any other partner. If any mishappening is there, you cannot file the case against any firm. The firm cannot file the case against any third party. Like you cannot file the case against your supplier, against your purchaser. You cannot file because you're not registered. And the firm cannot file the case against any partner. And if a firm want to file the case against any partner, the firm cannot file. So this much for today. And in this particular, we covered the sole proprietorship in a very what you said on the bullet speed. We complete that. We try to revise that. We try to revise the joint and the family business with merit features and all things. And we try to revise the partnership. Meaning, feature, limitation, types of partners, types of partnership firm, registration is compulsory, not compulsory, that all we try to revise. Two topics are remain from this particular chapter, and that is what? Cooperative society and government company. That also we revise soon. So till then, take care, bye bye. Keep revising yourself, because all three chapters, chapter number 1, 2 and 3, all three chapters will come in your unit test. So till then, take care, bye bye, keep studying, stay at home.